This is probably the most epic hike I've ever done in my life. We are about to start one of the most epic hikes you can do in Swiss Alps. We are heading to Santis. The sign says it should take about 5 hours and 30 minutes, so I guess it's gonna be a little bit longer with all our breaks. And I'm super excited. It's so chilly outside, so I hope the sun will start to shine very soon. And yeah, we are starting this hike. Let's go. Let's do this.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so we started the hiking trail, and as you can hear in my breathing, the first part of the trail is quite steep. The road goes on an asphalt road like this. We are going uphill and following the trail to Seealpsee, where most of the people actually end, and that will be just maybe first start of our today's journey. So my concerns about being cold just completely disappeared. We don't see the peak of Santis, but we are literally heading to the clouds. Look at this. Oh my goodness.
This mountain lake behind me is a beautiful first stop of our hike. Many people are just going here, and they are doing a small loop around this lake and having some probably breakfast in the nearby mountain hut, where you can also oversleep and actually start a hike from here to the Santis, so you can already gain some meters. When the visibility is good, you can see also the Santis and Altman, the two highest peaks in this region, but right now they are all covered in clouds, so hopefully it will get better, so we will have some visibility once we will reach the summit. I think the tarmac was just the beginning. This is much steeper.
Oh.
And it will get more interesting, definitely. Whew.
Some parts of the trail are quite cool, right?
Oh, definitely.
You know, it's getting more serious when they put these ropes on the trail.
As it's quite slippery actually here. It's a little bit wet, and there's a quite big ditch.
We are slowly approaching the middle point of our hike, which is beautiful narrow green alpine pasture. It's called Meglisalp, and it's like a small settlement of houses with people who used to live there in the past, and now they have like small summer houses there, and the approach looks like this. Wow, so quiet here. And we are basically on a narrow part, but surrounded all over by mountains. So incredible. And yeah, this is it. Welcome to Meglisalp.
Our lunch break with snacks at Meglisalp was a very good idea, I would say. as I got some energy back. And from this point you have actually two options how you can reach the summit of Santis, and we choose the one which leads through Rotsteinpass, which is about 30 minutes longer than let's say the straightforward one, which takes only 3 hours. I'm still waiting where we'll gain the altitude because we are still quite low. The green area is all around us, and we still don't see the summit. There are clouds, so it will be interesting.
Just a few meters below the mountain head on Rotsteinpass, we enter this foggy cloud, and it's such a different atmosphere.
The environment is different. There's quite snow around from the recent storm, probably.
Yeah, it feels like winter already.
Yeah. And also
Here
it's
it is.
getting a little bit windy.
We have like 400 more meters to gain, right?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so from over here, from the Rotsteinpass, we took the trail to Santis, and the sign says it's about 1 hour and 30 minutes to go. So we are really getting closer, and also the whole valley is just opening up as the sun is starting to shine a bit, and it's so wild. Words just cannot describe this beauty. Apparently we reach a point from where we see the parking lot over there, then also Seealpsee a bit, and there is that Meglisalp, the meadow pasture, and then we came all around from behind this rock, right?
Wow, yeah.
How insane altitude
It's quite
gain, right?
impressive how we moved forward and away from the starting point, actually.
Oof. A bit steep, stony part. It's crazy to think of, but this is where we want to have our dinner.
Once again, the route changed quite significantly or drastically. Okay, one wasn't expecting this. This got a little bit more crazy than I thought.
The last section is probably the most intense one. We have like a huge cliff down, and just few meters away, our goal, Santis der Berg. Last steps.
Oh yeah. So we are just standing on the solid concrete ground of the summit of Santis. After almost 6 hours we managed to get here. I mean, it was quite a big hike, quite emotional, as there was some segment which was sort of scary, as from the both sides there was just a huge hitch.
Once you reach the top of Santis, you can enjoy the views from the mountain head. There is possibility to either sit outside or inside, but as it's about 0 degrees Celsius, we needed to warm up. So we ordered a well-deserved traditional local soup. The views are so stunning. There's also an option to stay overnight.
Once you enter the summit of Santis, it's really a big building complex, and here's a little tunnel which leads to the cable car, which we are going to take. As it's quite late, the sun is going down, so we rather take the cable car down. The building where the cable car is located is very nice. It's heated, so it's nice warm here. And apart from the upper cable car station, here is also a viewing platform, and a big part of this is probably dedicated to the transmitters, which are all around the place, and also there's a big tower outside which you can see from far behind and locate the Santis.
I feel so grateful for this experience. And even though we were walking in the clouds, honestly for me, the mountains look much more majestic when there are clouds around. Now the last bites of the sun before we enter the cable car all the way down. And 6 hours of ascending will be down just in 7 minutes. How crazy. And by the way, on clear days this place provides breathtaking views not only of Switzerland but Liechtenstein, France, Germany, Italy and Austria as well.
80 people in one cable car going down 1,500 meters.
Oh yeah.
In 7 minutes. And just like that we came down, as we walked today about 14 kilometers away from the point where we left our car. We took a short bus ride and then a train back to the parking spot. The whole Appenzell region is very well connected with public transport, so it's not a problem at all.
There's also possibility to park your car directly under the cable car to Santis and hike from over here, from Seealpsee. The trail is much shorter and takes around 3 hours. It's quite steep, but you gain about 500 meters less in altitude comparing with the one we did today, as well as the distance is much shorter. The last section arriving from Seealpsee to Santis is called Stairway to Heaven, and it's a tough one but incredible at the same time.
After hiking up to Santis for the 3rd time today, each time we took a different route, and I have to say today's was my favorite one. Even though each of the route has pros and cons, well, whichever way you decide to approach Santis, I'm sure you won't regret.
In case you plan your trip to this area, feel free to reach out with any questions. We always try to help as we can. Feel free to also check out other places we visited in Switzerland, so you can find some inspiration what to see around.
Thanks for watching and see you next week.
Bye!
Bye.